Hi, it's Brandon Slay from thirstgym.com. Today we're talking about exercise called the Copenhagen Plank. This is an awesome, very difficult ab and trunk exercise. Also targets the adductors, which is often neglected in many athletes. So I would make sure that your athletes are pretty comfortable with side planks. They've got their basic adductor work that they can handle, so regular like med ball squeezes and things like that. Because this will tax the adductors very hard, and you want to make sure your athletes can handle it. The big thing you want to coach up here on this, that you're going to find athletes trying to cheat on, is maintaining a good stack to make sure the ribs are staying over the pelvis. They're either going to overextend or they're going to flex and try to make sure that nothing is like really truly synced up, because again, they're trying to compensate and trying to find where they're strong to be able to perform the exercise. And this is an exercise that you see it all the time. If it's done correctly, it is very, very challenging, and we will show you how to progress and regress the exercise just with the box here. So I'm using a box, squat box from Elite FTS. I like these because they're soft, they're comfortable. We got a good quality amount of surface area, and we can change the height really easily for the athlete if they happen to be bigger or smaller. You by all means can just use a standard 45-degree bench, or like a drop in bench or something like that, a couch, anything like that. So just make sure you have this available to you. And I'm going to start with my right side, which means my left adductor is going to do the work. So you definitely want to make sure you're probably doing both sides on this to get the benefit from the whole body perspective. I'm going to start in a very simple way, and then we're going to kind of progress and make this harder as we go. So what I want to start with, so I'm basically in a side plank position. I have my right arm down. My right knee is going to be bent up next to the box. And then I'm going to take my left leg and scoot it up to about where my knee is on the box. Okay, so then we're going to start with this on, like I said, a little bit simpler, and I'll show you how we're going to make it harder. So we're going to start here. I'm basically going to get up into a side plank position. Okay, so keeping this knee on the ground is a good feedback cue for right now until we get in position. I'm going to put my arm here. Basically, we want to try to keep a straight line. Okay, so my goal is going to be to get this leg off the ground, use my obliques on my downside, which is my right here. I'm going to be using my left adductor to also pull me up and keep me up while my abdominals on the other side are doing their job. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to take my right leg off, and here, this is where I would hold. Okay, so I got my pelvis tucked underneath me. I can feel my right side. I can feel my left adductor doing a ton of work. My right knee is just kind of hanging out. Okay, I'm just really just trying to keep it off the ground. Other than that, you're pretty much good. You don't want to use this against the box to help you. Just keep it away, and then we just hold here for whatever the prescribed time is. Now, that by itself was pretty difficult. That's why I recommend starting most people at that point. I think most people are going to find that that's challenging in and of itself, and then you're going to crank the time up to probably about 20 seconds or so. If you can get to 20 seconds, you're probably ready for the next stage, which is usually where I try to get it to where the knee is hanging off just a little bit of the box, okay? So think of this as like stage 2. We're going to scoot away a little bit. We're just going to do the exact same thing. Use the leg to help me get up in position. Find out where I need to be here on my entry point. Pull up with this adductor, and then hold. Same thing. Pelvis is tucked. Everything's stacked. Feeling the left adductor, right obliques in this case. Hold for time, and then we're good. Then the next one, basically stage 3, we're going to get to where we're pretty far away. I'm going to put this about 2/3 of the way down my leg. You can certainly get just your foot. You're going to have to be a pretty advanced athlete to get this well. You can call this stage 4. I usually just get it to where people have it about 2/3 of the way down their leg, and I'm pretty good with that. You will find that some people will have a little bit of pain on their medial knee because the adductor is working so hard and they're not used to it, so you have to kind of ease in. You don't want to go straight there, and again, that's why we're showing you these progressions. But same thing, need help, push this leg into the box, and then hold. Keep everything stacked, good quality position, and then down. So that is the Copenhagen Plank. Very, very challenging oblique, abdominal, and really just full body exercise. Again, I think it's good for full body. You're getting shoulder stability, you're getting abdominal work, you're getting adductor work, you're keeping everything locked in. Very, very challenging. Now, when it comes to programming, again, because there's different levels and stages to this exercise, always start your athlete or client with level 1. Nothing wrong with them blowing it out of the water week 1. We're really just trying to get a feel for how the exercise is going to go for the athlete. And again, if they can get to 3 sets of 20 seconds at stage 1, they're going to be ready for stage 2, I promise you. Move them to stage 2 the next following week, and then rinse and repeat, and try to get the prescribed sets and time holds that you have planned for the week. Again, I really try to save this for athletes that I know that have mastered side planks. They got good quality suitcase carries. They're overall just phenomenal athletes and clients. I put them here. Don't take a 10 or 11-year-old kid and try to give them the Copenhagen Plank, or a 60-year-old lady a Copenhagen Plank. There's probably better things you could do. Now, if you have that rock star, then build them into this by all means. But my biggest thing I can say is go slowly. Again, you're going to find a lot of athletes and clients that have just not had to use their adductors and their body into this kind of specific exercise and demands, and you can see that people usually like it because of how challenging it is. I know when we give this exercise to athletes and clients, they absolutely say, man, that's a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. So that's the Copenhagen Plank. Feel free to ask me any questions you have regarding them. In general, when I program these, I usually only stick with 3 sets of anywhere from 10 to 20 seconds per side. Like I said, I really try to use the progressions of where the leg is on the box, the bench, to progress my athletes and clients way more than I do trying to just crank an absurd amount of time. So if you got any questions, leave them in the comment section. Thanks. Have a great day.